What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. It is Sunday Stock Talk. I can say that, right? A couple of YouTubers call it that. Let's rock and roll. Quite the move. I'm just going to start slow real quick. So if you're watching this recording, you can probably fast forward to like the 30-second mark. I'll give everybody that 30 seconds to get in here. And then we'll rock and roll. But every Sunday, we go over the dollar, the Russell, the NASDAQ, the S&P. And then I turn it over to you guys. Good evening from Lakeland, Florida. What's up? What's up, Frank? Saucy. Thoughts on UVXY? The VIX did hop up a little bit. I don't know. We'll take a look at that. Don't let me forget. Let's look at the VIX after the futures. And then we'll rock and roll. But we're past the 30-second mark, so let's roll. Dollar double top. Be careful with that. Okay, so when it comes to, we're going to jump into the dollar right now, as a matter of fact. So when it comes to the stock market, there's billions traded back and forth every day. When it comes to currencies like Forex, trillions. So you really got to think like, and this is why so many people just get smoked in Forex, because they think stuff like that matters. Like they think banks are out there like, nah, let's put a couple trillion on that triangle play. Double top, let's lower our currency. Let's see what feds we can't get to say something. It's odd that you can do technical analysis on some currencies, but I don't know. No, I play more just the trend on things, because this already was a double top right here. Oddly enough, I did short that too. I don't see how aggressively it wasn't worth it here, and then like we went from here to down here. We went from here to there at its lowest. We're knocking on that door a little bit too soon. I gotta say, yeah, I was looking at some of the Forex charts because I'm not in anything Forex right now. I did tag out. And a lot of things look like a short the dollar would play, but I think this time we do play through. What's the catalyst on coming down? The dollar? I guess whatever they want it to be. Oh, the VIX? That's an easy one. What's scary in the market right now? Nothing. Nothing I haven't heard. Nothing I haven't seen. Hi from Canada. I was just thinking about going to Canada. Someone talking about a lake that was made out of a glacier and how it was just super blue. Canada might be a trip for me. And while I'm just sitting here, I'm really thinking on, do I want to short the dollar right now? Is that a little bit too much, or is that a bull flag just now about to play out? And do I want to go long? So let's look at some currencies real quick. US CAD. Yeah, see, breaking above that. Do I play the continuation and put a stop right there? Do I short this? Ooh, that looks like a better short. Like, we already broke up, hit that, boom, we're coming back down. That looks like a bear flag playing out, so that one looks good. Euro USD short. So does this one. That was a little bit spicier, though. I think I'm going to short this one. Just to check, see if this is a good long. If I was to zone this out, that's tough, isn't that? We know one of the lines is right here. Yeah, I guess that's where we start running into sellers. What do you guys think? First person to comment, I'm going to go with it. Long the US dollar, Japanese yen, or short the Euro USD. They're both a long play in the dollar. It's already starting to get cold up there. It's Canada. Shouldn't it always be cold? What's up, corn-fed? Short the Euro USD? Let's do it. So I'm going to short this one. I put my stop above that wick. Right above 1. Alright, so $157 pips away is that giant wick. So I'm gonna put my I'm going with 70 pips. 70 pips away on the stop. We're going for it. And we're in it. No, long the US CAD. Oh no. Gotta be quick on those fingers. Ooh, how do we explain the markets? Because they all kind of look the same. Gosh, this looks cluttered, but talk about picture. The tech just gave this one away. Test that from the bottom. I actually found this stream, so if you guys are new here, all you have to do is show up and pay attention. I don't say that condescendingly, but last Thursday, before this move happened, before this red candle happened, it was right here. From 25 seconds to 30 seconds. You can make it that far, can't you? The S&P first. And these blue zones are where we'll start with the S&P first. And these blue zones are where I'm actually looking for a lower high to happen. That's where I'm looking for a lower high to happen. We jumped up, hit that blue zone, and then went for it. Now, the way we were pushing up, I just did not have the stones to be going in as far as we. Wow, sometimes I talk. I only short this with one contract, and it wasn't until later. So that hit up just like that. The way we pushed up that morning, I was like, man, I was worried about other things because I had sold some calls, SPY 421 calls. Let me show you what that looked like. That was ridiculous. We're already there. I'm thinking, no, this is gonna be dumb. Sells off. I'm like, all right, I'm good. We push up. Like, this is gonna suck. Because I almost took an L on those. They were $50 red each one. It's like, man, do I just lock it in now before we just send this thing north and have a stupid green day? But I didn't. Powell only talked for 10 minutes, and the flush was so delayed. Flush wasn't delayed. Flush was right on time. Powell talked right here. This is where Powell was talking, a little up and down. What do you guys think happened here? Look at where we closed. This is the reason I go over the expected moves on the other channel. So Don Fran Trading, we draw these little blue lines out. They're not magic. It's because this is the picture perfect example of what can happen. We get below it and we rein it back in. 80% of the time. I say that all the time. 20%, we just run it. We run it because people that bought puts out here, they're so far out of the money, market makers don't care. But as we get into those, they're not out of the money anymore. Now market makers have to short, right? So you buy a put. The market maker that sold you that is now positive deltas while you are negative deltas. So they got to short shares to make them delta neutral. So they're coming into the market and they're short and SPY, which is sell side activity, which kind of puts you in this endless loop because sell side brings on more red candles, which drops down even further, which means the next YOLOer is up to bat. Now we got to start hedging for his. And you just get on this endless loop that sends it. That's delta hedging and gamma squeezes. For those of you guys that are in GameStop, that's how it actually happens. It's right there. I do still have my Google Leap. Now that's not tagged out. Leaps are played a little differently for me. So no, like I know everyone thinks like Powell is what did this. That's really what happened. That's why we saw that insane melt off. Powell was done up here. We started to sell off, and then once we started hedging for it and accounting for it, it just went off. I already talked about this on the Don Fran Trading. That move video already came out. again, that's my speculation. It's coincidentally just right on the money a lot. But there's really no point in focusing on the why. Let's just focus on what happened. Know that that's what's at stake. When we're outside the expected move, we're either reining it back in or we're going for it. Everything still stands. You just got one more player on the field because now the market makers are on the field. They never are. Imagine you're playing football with somebody else, right? That's what you're doing up here. You and the other team, you're going back and forth. Now all of a sudden the ref grabs the ball and starts running it. Like, hey, wait a second. Now there's a third player on the field. That's all we got to look out for. So it wasn't delayed. It was right on time. You got to understand how the markets actually work, though. As far as this week going forward, the reason I just kind of flashed through all of them real fast, we got a red open right here. I made these bright yellow for a reason. It means pay attention because that's where I'm going short if we get below. And I did short the S&P. Made plenty of money on Friday. Friday was a great day. Friday for me almost was the most pointless red day I've ever had in my life because, one, I had 409 puts that I had sold. They're in the money. They were worth $1. I literally almost didn't sell them because I didn't want to pay the $1 in commissions to close it. I was like, well, expire worthless. I get to keep the $10 in commissions because I had 10 of them. So a $2 contract, right? I had $20 out there. Now I closed them, and I also didn't close my calls. So here I am about to lock in, again, times 10, a $50 loss on the 421 calls that I had sold because they were red because we'd pushed up. If you saw the crypto stream I was on, I was even talking on there. I was like, I hope this is a gap and crap. They're pushing up to send it down because I was short the market. I still had puts that I had sold. Once we shot down below the expected move, I sold some puts because they were jacked up premium-wise. And I was even telling my chat in the morning, private chat for the mentorship. I even said, like, I kind of think the fireworks are done, but, we might just send it, if we get outside there. But I was also laughing at the premiums. Like, these 409s are kind of ridiculous. Why is there still any volume on them at all? Anyway, I closed them out, let the calls go because I'm babysitting them. Had I not done exactly that, I'd have had the dumbest red day I think I've probably ever had. Because I would have closed in a loss on the calls, and my $2, the person who bought the contract, so I sold them. No, I bought them back to close it. Never mind. I was thinking the opposite. But whoever sold me those, because I bought back to close, probably really regretting that. If you had bought the puts that I had sold, I bought to close. If you bought to open, your $2 would have been $200. That's how dumb that move was on Friday. It's amazing. YOLO puts on AMC, GME, and BBBY. You better chill out. Kidding. I bought BBBY on Friday. At that point, I knew I was being bored, so I quit trading for the day. Once I started taking stupid plays, now I'm just bored. I 100% even told my chat that. Some people probably thought that was funny, but if I'm bored, I'll start taking stupid plays. It's the only time I've ever in a meme stock. Anyway, the bright yellow zones. Oop, wrong one. Picture perfect. The best play I could probably ask for is we pop up to them and retest it. That's where I will go short with a little bit more capital than just one or two contracts. So that's what I'm looking out for. I think we are a little bit oversold now. The VIX did get bought up, and we'll talk about that in a second. There's just nothing new. Like, were you excited? Like, who here was actually surprised? Apparently a few people were, because the VIX got bought up. But who was surprised that rates are going to stay high? Like, that's silly. Like, we were arguing that is this a bear market rally or the start of the leg up, a real leg up? And even then, no one was talking about rates coming down. So, I don't. We'll get to that on the VIX. Nothing's changed market wise. We know the market makers were delta hedging. We know we're pricing in a crazier move this week, which oftentimes is nothing. I'm hoping we do pop up because that's where I want to go short. I'm not playing the bounce. 50 cents after market close at $63. What are they? I hear my kids jumping. So that being said, I want to bounce so I can short it. I followed that move on Thursday for the lower high, but took profit too early. I need a dead cat now. A dead cat bounce, oversold bounce, any kind of shorts taking profit right now would just be a short entry for me. So again, look at these bright yellow zones for the S&P and the Russell. I will play the bounce. Let's say we just melt off overnight and we're right here. I will buy some stuff. I'll probably sell puts. I won't buy any calls. I'll sell puts and I'll probably buy shares in some plays. I bet a lot of these things are on here. Hey, Jake, real quick. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I was thinking about just doing the mentorship stream all at once. On Sundays, I do the futures on here, then we go into the mentorship. But you posted one of your plays. Do you care if we do it all at once, or do you want me to do 2 separate streams? So if we reach down a little bit further on both of these, even that blue zone, I will buy. I'll catch that knife for a quick little pop-up. As far as tech goes, this looks like a giant cluster. I got to clean this up. Sorry. What's funny is, I don't know if I said this out loud, but mentorship group, let me know. You guys were there every day. Did I talk about how the Qs looked off last week? Because I was thinking, I was actually thinking the Russell and the NASDAQ had a better chart. I was like, that's perfect. We got bright yellow. Like, yeah, we're kind of like dancing around a blue zone. And I was like, why are the Qs like, we didn't even, everything else had jumped up through zones where the Qs never did. Qs ended up giving the best chart ever. It jumped up to a type 2 short. If you took that short, you just played these zones. If you're new to my channel, like I have a playlist, one's perfect entry types. It explains type 1, type 2, type 3. It's how I enter particular anything really, on no matter what asset class. If you took the type 2, you would have went short right here. Your stop probably, it would have been right here off those wicks. So you would have been just fine there. And you'd just be trailing, talking about what color Lamborghini you want. As far as an oversold bounce, yeah, if we get down here, I'll catch that knife right here for the bounce. For some reason, we were that red, and I bought it. I'm putting my stop at break even right then and there. When it gets back, I'm not going to play that game of let's let the train leave the station. If we get any kind of bounce, I'm taking the risk off the table. As it pushes up, I'll trail it. If it tags out, I'm just going to wait. Because I don't know if we're going to drop base drop, and you have like a dead cat bounce where it pushes it up. And if I'm going to go against the trend, this is what I'm going to talk about with my mentorship group tonight, is some of you guys are just 100% off every time. You see a bunch of red candles, you think, I'm going to buy that. You see a bunch of green candles, like, I'm going to short that. Like, why? Like, your brain is just, I don't want to say your brain's backwards. If that's all you're doing, you're just one tooth off. Like, that's going to cost you. You're just constantly trying to go upstream, and that is just not going to, very few traders I know do that and are profitable. Like, there are people in the bull market, a 15-year bull market, all they ever did, they didn't take one long position. They shorted everything. And they're good. But the mental space, how long you got to watch these trades, you got to be so much better. Like, you got to be so accurate because you'll just start losing. You're fighting the trend the whole time. If that's you, wait. The trend is now down. Wait for some green candles and then short. Powell said pain's coming. Sweet. Hopefully. I hope we're back on track to a real red market, because markets were low down here, and I said we got another 10% more to go. It's in the S&P, and I don't like being wrong. Hopefully that was just a really awesome bear market rally. Michael Burry gets to say he was right one more time, which that's good because he doesn't get a lot of wins. And then we just send it. Yeah, for the YouTube members, I will share a fresh link for you guys. Yeah, as it sits right now, I think we're a little oversold, so bouncing up into that, I think would just be a short entry. What's the weekly say? That'd be a gift. It would be pretty cool. So I guess let's talk if we don't get that. Is now the time to enter short? I wouldn't say with any serious capital. I don't like. Well, I don't like buying at all-time highs. Despite the last time I did it, I don't like shorting at all-time lows either. No, that would just suck to enter short right now. I'd have to go one contract, 5 shares. There's not a lot I'd want to put up there. Because if I were to consider that, like the trend is down, we're rocking and rolling. I'll play the 15-minute trend intraday. I'd have to go small, but if it were to continue and build into a position, then I would lean into it. But we need to see some kind of basing out or pulling back. When markets make that move, when tickers push that much, they pull over or they pull back. That's the time to enter. Like some of you guys are trying to jump into a car as it's flying down the highway, and you're curious why you keep getting run over. Just wait for that thing to pull over. Like it needs to chill first. Need to be short Friday to short now mostly. Hopefully not, because I think I sold some 401s or some 400 puts. Hopefully we get a bounce. Yeah, let's do your Google Play now, real quick. I'm gonna jump into Mentorship. I'm gonna pull up the that chat, the Discord chat, so I can talk to you guys. Alright, Google. Sold the 114s for this week. Give me 1 second. Luxy, yeah. Cyber. CYBER. If you're talking about the trading suite. Alright, so you sold the 114s. Is that these right here? September 2nd. Collected $88 for those. I'm collecting much less on mine. Well, I sold the 120s or 121s last Thursday during the pump. And those were just worthless the next day. Let's pull up Google real quick. Are you keeping track? What's your average now? So the idea behind these Google Leaps, so Jake's my admin, blue name with a wrench. We're both in Google Leaps. And someone already asked, am I still in these? Am I tagging out? Like, I'm not stopping out on these. I'm going to keep these for a while. My plan, I do still think Google's going to be up by at least September 23rd. So I'm hoping this play is a green play in general. But while I have these, I don't like to just have things laying around doing nothing. Like, that's just bag holding. That's kind of silly. I like to collect rent while I own stuff. If I have 100 shares or something, I'm selling contracts against it. If I have leaps, I'm selling contracts against it. That's a poor man's covered call, because you can buy 100 shares of Google, or you can buy a leap in the money and then sell contracts against it. I have to pull up Google's price. So right now his average cost isn't exactly, so it says his trade price is $31.25 for that leap. He's in 5 of them. But these will expire worthless, I'm pretty sure. So just take that 88 cents. This is $31.25 per share. So 88 cents per share off the top. So he's collected $2.45. So yeah, so he's paid $31 for it. He's already collected $2.50. So take $2.50 right off that. That's his average price. So we'll collect rent, and this is what I'm doing. I didn't go that aggressive. So hopefully it's a free play. Which I think I even saw you in the chat. You said you don't think it's going to end up being a free play, and I don't unless we get a sell-off. If we can get a sell-off and it stays down here or sideways enough, then I bet we can. So you're in the. Let me get these back up real quick. 114s. Yeah, so I sold the 18, so I want to be above this zone. Collected $40, $100, and $88 the 3 weeks I've had it so far. Nice. Yeah, you're ahead of me on that one. Where am I going to go this week, though? I already sold the 118s. I might have to actually open up an Excel document for these because I also have Google shares. I do have shares and leaps. Let me see what the expected move is real quick. Is the bot in one of these? Oh, that's the 121. I forgot my bot account has one of these. You already have an Excel doc? I've never done an Excel document because I don't actually care. But I am curious when my play will be free. And I forgot I should have mentioned my bot account has one of these. But that's with money I've made from selling spy calls. Alright, so we're expecting 433. I would go, yeah, so if I'm going to go, you have the hundreds. So that puts it at 114. Where do I not put this? I don't know. I think I still like the 118s. Buying 5 more contracts if we get to that bottom zone on Google. That's my plan as well. I'm not going to buy anymore. Somebody asked me last time, did I, once we were leaving this, and no, I don't have any FOMO. Once we get down here, as a matter of fact, I'm in 10 though. So I'll have 15. I'm not counting the bot account, that's just one. What expiration date? Yeah, it's weeklies. So when I'm selling options, I like weekly because I get to move with the price. Everyone says you collect more premium when you go farther out, but like you'll sell one, 60 days out. I'll sell 8 contracts. I'll still have the same, but instead of just selling 60 days out and like waiting, like hopefully, I'll take advantage of the up and down and kind of just keep the premium there. I'm in the Don Ron team. Welcome. Make sure to send me a direct message on Discord so I can get you in the chat. Man. So here's the thing. I want to sell the 118s, but we would need a green day for that. Right now they're going to be worthless. The 118s? Yeah, 16 bucks. No, so you'll notice once we get outside one standard deviation, they drop off the face of the earth. It goes quick. And I don't want to just bottom feed and sell for nothing. I'd rather, like, the 118s now are 16 bucks, but tomorrow's green. You'll watch them pump up to, 34, and then you'd make some more. Join the mentorship to keep up with the play. Yeah, we don't do call-outs in the mentorship, but we talk about our plays, and if you guys notice, I talk about it before they happen. I don't know, you can figure it out. If you agree, then I'll just agree. Yeah, you sold the 114s a little bit earlier than I did. I sold the 121s. Those are the ones that jumped off the cliff. Man, that was a quick Friday. Those things became worthless. I guess the reason I'm struggling so much with this one is because I was trying to keep it away, like 2 standard deviations, and all I'm going to do is collect rent. But if we're going to just really start jumping down like this, I think I kind of want to scoot it closer. But I think I'm still going to do the 116s. On a green day, hopefully the 116s. At least we're above that. I think we'll... Yeah, I think 116s. I want to go outside to at least 1.5 the standard deviations. And give me... Alright, so all the YouTube members, I did just post a chart link in the community tab. But one of the members did ask for ticker. What do you want with this? This is like a short. Is this a meme stock? This is Paul. My plan is to make this close to free as possible, so I've gone aggressive with the premium. Yeah, this Google's the first time I haven't done that. So, and someone asked me that the other day. So I think I'm going to start kicking it up a notch with you. Think Google will continue to trade sideways for a while? That'd be nice. Paul, are you here? Everything about this ticker just says short. I would just play the trend. It also looks like the easy money's already been made. Like, this is a great short at 50 bucks. Another great short at 27. Like, after these runs, it's good. But look how it's like starting to fizzle out. Like, look at these just, we're turning on a dime and going up, down, up, down, up, down. Now we're kind of like mellowing out. We're up. Still got a little bit of a fear, pumped up, but if I was in this, I'd just be short. I'd put my stop at 13.85. Well below the 625. Yeah, let me know in the comments. What are you doing? We gotta be long this? If I was long because I, for some reason, had insider knowledge or something like that, like that's probably what it would take, I'd have to go all the way down here. 985 would be my stop. So 985 being my stop, entry at 1167. That's basically $2 worth of risk. That should count for slippage, commissions, anything like that if you guys still have them. So if I only wanted to risk, what, 10 bucks? I'd only buy 5 shares. So entry, stop loss, how much per share? How much do I want to risk? How many shares can I fit in that? And that's how I would take that trade. That's why I'm not surprised. I'm not losing sleep. I don't have anxiety from that. All right, let me get to... I gotta grab the other tickers real quick. All right, everyone else, members, this is you. My computer's acting weird. Man, I hope my computer doesn't do anything dumb. Anxiety? What's that? It's a lot of fun. Some days you're just like, you know what? I'm going to have a heart attack. I need a private stream. These free YouTube streams aren't worthy of this type of information. This is classified proprietary secret sauce. Their eyes and ears can't handle this. They'll figure it out. Close half my VIX calls. Let's talk about the VIX real quick. VIX did get bought up, but if anything, I don't like shorting it, but we would need another market excuse. Powell's excuse is nothing new, and again, it's not the inverse of SPY, but we can still sell off while the VIX sells off. This is the fear index. That's all it is. And a movie is just not scary the second time you see it. It's not as scary. The loud noises might still make you jump. That's kind of what this was. We would need new news. We would need a new excuse. So don't FOMO into the VIX? No, not like your account. Eddie, what I won't do is go live with them when you're asking questions. How about that? They gotta pay to see that at least. For the YouTube world, this guy writes novels, actual books, numbered like an English teacher. 1A, 1B, 1C, 1A, 1, like subcategories of 1A. It's quite impressive. It's a lot of words. All right, as far as Ford, this is my alert to buy more Ford right there. I'll probably sell the 1650s this week. I really don't like selling premium after red days, though, so I might try to time that one. Hopefully Monday is green. I'd still sell the 1650s if it popped up into that. Yeah. As far as the trade goes, it only makes sense to buy more down here. Still rejected that. I'd be bullish above here, bearish below if that breaks. I'm just buying more. If you guys don't know, so I just hoard Ford shares. Ford's one that I like. They brought their dividend back. Plus, it's liquid in options. So with like profits, I buy. For a while there, I was buying Google. I do buy Tesla. It's in my investment account. But Ford is so easy to just own hundreds of and sell contracts against. So while it pays its dividend quarterly, I collect a weekly dividend that I basically make myself by selling options contracts against it. Yeah, kind of awkwardly in between a zone though. I'm sure someone on Stock Twitch is calling that head and shoulders somehow. The guy's just got like a weird double shoulder, maybe like a four-wheeler accident or something. Four-wheeler accident, head and shoulders. It's on there. I'm sure someone on Reddit's called it that. Baidu short. All day, every day. Hang on, let me send this out real quick. Ooh, that's interesting. Hang on, this zone might... No, it's not. It's staying right there. Ooh, look at that. Gap to that zone. Market maker said no. Shut up. I don't want to hear that stupid zone. Send it below. Found some more sellers. Look at that. That's for sure staying there. So bounced off. Yeah. Ooh. The truth is it bounced off the 625. That's why I'm so confident. Well, I'm going to make this blue for now. But something's going on. Typically when I see that, that's more speed bump style for me. Like, there was some turbulence there. It did continue. We could reject. I'd keep an eye out here. What's weird to me is when we just send it right around that. I guess that was in earnings, so that's not bad. I guess I don't have a good way to explain that. But in my head, just to paint the picture... I say market makers because like they're bad people. Market makers are actually neutral. Market movers, they're looking at that thinking, all right, I don't want to deal with anybody. I know people are short there. Send it above. Start getting those shorts to tag out. Let's just gap out, not even give them the opportunity for that. And then just gap and go. So when you see just gap around that zone, that's still 100% there. So yeah, I would be short. My question is how do I manage this risk? If I'm jumping in right now on the fly, I'm either so light that my stop loss is still 160.35, or I go a little bit heavier. I put my stop at 150.85, and if it retests that, then go short. Makes sense? Mentorship, if you're here, I'm in the Discord chat, so pop it up there so there's no lag. BHP. This is going to be a weird one, isn't it? Dividend ticker. Let's see. All right. McGinnis, you here? Is this a dividend ticker for you? We're literally just crossing the halfway mark. Dividend date's the first. Hopefully this ought to be red. I'll try to add some on after that. 94 watching and only 5 likes. It's 50. That scared me for a second. What I'm seeing is 96 and 50. Shout out to the like button. Nad, I will. Nad, you're a YouTube member. You know to look at the community tab. Thursdays, so if you're a YouTube member, you got the green name. Thursday, I still ask for tickers. We had one person comment this time, of all the members. I wish I knew how you were playing this. It's trending up, so... Ooh, I know you've got some dividend tickers in your account, though. That's what I'm... you know what? Let me know in the chat. And if I'm getting this wrong, if it's an actual trade, then let me know. We'll chart out differently tomorrow. if I wasn't already in it, I was looking to get in it or maybe add some more. I guess I would. I would rather buy some more now than up here. If that gaps down, if it gets below, if it breaks into the 57s, then I'd hold off and wait to add on more at the 53s. Please confirm. Lux, are you talking about Discord? Or I mean, Teachable? Crowd. Cornfed, you gotta give me a second. I gotta go down the other list real quick. Multitasking. Probably should have done a private stream. As far as crowd, I would be short. Yeah, if I'm looking to go long, it's not at least till we got down. Not down here. I really gotta turn this off. Sorry. It looks obnoxious. I don't know. A part of me wants to just wait till it gets down here. If I was long this, my stop would be 192.85, and then I'm stopping out. If I was long. Grab any put week. Man, I think if we get up to here, I would see what jumped up with that. What really just correlated with this, and it'll stick out. Won't look like Tesla, you know, like this will pull off, and then Tesla's up doing its own thing. Longs like Enterprise rental car on Christmas Day. We do not have a vehicle for you. Yeah, they did get smoked. No, I don't think the panic's there yet. Volume's really low on a particular ticker, or my voice. Turn it up. Yeah, man, I wouldn't get that carried away. All that was so if I'm right and all that was market makers getting to a neutral delta, that's why we saw that meltdown. That's not true panic. Had to have some kind of red in there to get there. If my voice is low, turn it up. No one else is saying that. I think I already have everything. Everything I have is maxed. All right, we'll do Weber. This thing's gapping all. I'm going to talk about low volume. I might stop. I like the 85-cent mark, but that's candle's getting smaller or ran out of time. Well, because I think that was delta hedging, I don't know if that was really anything. Voice sounds real good and brawny. You think the dollar is going to 120? We took a long play on the dollar at the beginning of the stream. I guess I'd have to, if I'm buying this, I'd have to put my stop at 845. And yeah, I would definitely want my stop in the green, because that's where we're running some sellers. Lots of people in here. Not reading that out. Maybe they are. It's 2022. You can do whatever you want. And I wouldn't really entertain shorting this. I guess if it pulled back to here, I don't know. This is so typically if someone in my mentorship calls this out, I would remind them there's over 7,000 tickers, and why this one. Is there like a reason we're talking about this particular one? At least we're basing out right here. So when that snaps up, hopefully that pushes up. But futures hitting lows, hopefully. 4,000 holds on that orange counts going to 4175, 4200. Thank you very much. Because of Wall Street bets. Real bears in here. Is Wall Street? What is Weber just? It's shorted. It's got a high short interest. They know that one trick. Sorry if you're from Wall Street bets and that's the only thing you know how to do. There's a lot of things to consider, not just a lot of people short it. You know, people short crap stocks. It's not because it's immoral or anything like that. It's just a crappy company. Send it though. If you're gonna gang up on a stock, go for it. So nothing in here I'd be interested in. Wall Street bets going in. Wow. Considerably more calls. 377. It's a $10 strike, 1250s. Hang on. Can I break down Tesla? Yeah, why'd no one call out Tesla today? Look at Bed Bath & Beyond. I will, because I actually bought some Bed Bath & Beyond on Friday. Just because the premium was so jacked up. So I know Wall Street Bets is all over that one. Oh, so we're good. Never mind. I was going to say, like, if this thing is going to do anything, it'd have to get above that. If it gets above that, this thing will probably really start rocking and rolling. No, never mind. Take profits like you did. Well, I instantly sold the 13. So you want to talk about this? So I bought BBBY on Friday. I forget the exact time. You can ask my chat. I know it's in the 1050s. Somewhere in here. So I spent $1,050. But then I sold the 13s right above this zone for next week. So I sold the 13 strike. I collected $100. So spent $1,000. Right now I'm already just kind of out $950. Here's the thing. So next Friday I'll get to keep all that money, and then I get to do it again the next Friday after that. If that thing goes to the moon, then I bought it at $10.50. I sold it at $13. It's not a bad gig. But what I'll end up doing is I'll roll it because it'll end up being a pump and dump. So I'll just roll those and collect all that theta until it comes back down, and then I'll still just sell at 13 later. Unless for some reason it closes. There's no rules on assigning contracts. The Options Clearing Corp will just say, hey, everyone here from this line up, exercise them. So if it turns into a pump and dump and it goes crazy, I'll be deep in the money, so I stand a little bit more of a risk doing that. Alright, Crocs. Oh, I know James is watching this. I would wait right inside here for the type 2. So that's not going to be my buy alert. I want to know when it hits there because I want to see what the markets are doing. I want to know when it hits that zone because if everything's melting off and we're going crazy, fine. The VIX pulls back, things are green. You know, all of a sudden it's not the next leg down. This is just going to be an aggressive pullback from day one. Then maybe that's the dip buy. So if I see this pullback start to stall like it's going to turn around, I'm not buying a bright red candle on this. I'm more so type 1 is here, type 2 is here, type 3 on the way out. I'd wait for it to already start to turn around before I took that long position. If it just smokes that and comes back in, I'd rather just short this. Apple will be releasing their new phone, not this week, but the next. I would expect some swings in price action, maybe good intraday trades. Not any time now. The fact that you know that means everyone else knows that too. That move's already been priced in. So once the phone comes out, after that they'll release their numbers for how many they sold. At that point, we'd probably see a move. But we probably won't see anything off that this week or next. Wall Street Bets might think that. That's stuff I used to do when I was like brand new to the stock market. I was like, man, I'm going to buy this stock because it was Apple. The phone's coming out. All I can say is I'm glad it was a bull market. It really forgave all bad habits and lack of knowledge. As far as US CAD, Matt, I would be long. We decided to go, I can't remember. Was it the US? It was the Euro USD short. I'd be long this. I'd put my stop down here. And if it pulled back, I would add more. So, all right, I'm short QQQ for October and pray that it hits 250 in September. What did you just grab your 40 ounce of honey, kick it back with Winnie the Pooh? 250. Just going for it, huh? Just F it. Vinay, who have you been talking to? Got a little drunk on that red candle, didn't you? So we open red. As it stands right now, it looks like it. SOXL, it's your jam. Probably not tomorrow. We're red right now. How about SOXS? The short position. Hang on, Vinay's got to be in the chat. Christina, get him in here. SOXS looks promising. Might right now. Yeah, I'd be very careful on the long ETFs right now. 250, just go. I agree with the short position. I guess that's why we trail things. You know, I'm long a lot of things. You know, like my investment account. I hope they all go to 100,000, like people think AMC will. But there's a reason why we manage things, because if that doesn't happen, you know, we'll just stop out. We're on the gain train as long as it's going our direction, but everything else, we just hop off. There's no sense in bag holding. Bag holding's stupid. This guy's falling down. Needs you. You're short right now. Okay, so are you in SOXS or what? I think SPY hits 250. I think SPY hits 250. You guys really are some bears. We firing off nukes? How does that play out? Does Putin himself come on over? Vinay, there you are. I got a question for you on your play. QQQ 250. I'll check that out, Cornfed. Give me 1 second. I'll put all-time highs on Monday after all this bear talk. See, we're setting the bear trap. No, if anything, this was the bear trap right back here. I hate saying, like, I don't even like bear trap and bull trap. I know a lot of people use that, and I've used it occasionally. I get it, but everyone is so quick to call things a scam or a trap. I think that word just got burnt out. But if anything, like this was setting it and then burning them there, maybe they are just getting everybody excited. Bull trap playing out. Oh, right here. You think that was the bull trap? Get wrecked, bull. I don't know. I don't know if I'm on board that. That seems pretty low. So QQQ to 250 and SPY to 250. Like, QQQ hitting 250, probably not out of this world. SPY hitting 250. Who's the guy you've been talking to? Oh, who's the Rich Dad Poor Dad guy? He just had a stream the other day talking about demographics. He had some very good points, but talk about the sky is falling. Man, the biggest crash we're ever going to see in our lives. Now, Michael Burry says that, and everyone just shrugs it off because it's just another Tuesday for him. You know, this guy I haven't heard. I don't know how often he yells out crash every day. And to be clear, guys, if you call crash every day, you're wrong every day until that happens. It doesn't make you right when it finally happens. It just makes you not wrong that day. You got a 99% failure rate is what that still adds up to. Who was the guy Robert was he was on a stream with? Tell him, Don. That's insane. I don't know. It'd be cool. The only part about that would be cool is, one, I would be short because I'm not going to watch that many candles come up and not be short. Two, that'd be like history. All right, so you want this hoping by October, but want it to happen in September. Harry rant. Okay. 90% of the time it works all the time. Yeah, Harry, man, he was getting animated. He was yelling. I want to hear some more of him before I give any opinions. Everyone's got their opinions on bull or bear. I can't hate him for that. But he was up there. Vinay, I at least know. I have enough faith in you now that I know you're managing your position. So if it turns, you'll be fine. All right, hang on. You wanted me to look at... I heard... let's check SPY to 250. Just clean house. Yeah, Putin's going to have to show up unannounced for SPY to hit 250. Like, surprise. Take a drink of this. It's going to be a nerve agent. I don't know. That's a bit too bearish for me. These are that's where I'm thinking the lows happen. I think the bottom is here or here. Not in between. Not up here. Not down here. Here or there. My friend mentioned about the market crashing stuff. I like you better learn how to short soon. My friend mentioned about the market crashing. I'm like, you better learn how to short soon. Okay, I read that wrong. 250 it is. His rants are pretty good. Hang on. Yeah. 250 is not it, Christina. No. You find me like, one, we've already used the Rona, so we already tried the other excuse, the monkeypox. Like, that didn't take off. We've tried murder hornets. That didn't take off. You know, like, they're searching for the excuses. They're there. We got elections coming up. Probably not going to happen. Student loans were forgiven. Oh, I probably shouldn't even mention that. That's all everyone can talk about on Facebook. It's nonstop. At least you guys got, like, a stimulus check. Speaking of the government just handing stuff out for free. Next, there's something in the water. Yeah, the fact that we're not getting any more of it. We're running out of water. Is anybody else noticing that? That's getting kind of weird. Your low predictions align with the long-term trend you drew a long time ago? Yeah. I just deleted it because I think you're talking about this right here, actually. Right inside there. Nuke plant is next. Hang on, I gotta... There we go. Swinging SPY calls, stop depressing me. Oh, that's going red. So SOXL. You say you're short right now. I wouldn't worry about this one yet. This is a 3 times bull ETF. I've traded this one quite a bit. Not one I would be holding. And not one I'd want to be buying up right now either. Just the natural decay is going to, like, semiconductors think you're going to do well. That decay is just going to eat you alive on this, though. Oh, holding puts on SOXL. Man, what, you and one other person? The volume on these is always, like, low. Rip a Band-Aid off. Let's get to the bottom. Christmas rally incoming. That'd be funny. We're at time-wise. All right. You know, honestly, if I was up on those puts, I'd either put a stop in them or close them at the bell. If you're in anything kind of spicy. Because if it gaps down, I think that's just going to find that liquidity for a bounce up and shorts to cover. I would still be short, but no way I'd want to rock those puts all the way up here and then back down. I'd rather try to get cute with it. Personally, I'd stop out, try to buy them again, or a better strike if it popped up. I'm actually invested in PHO. It's an ETF to track water. So it's like a finite. It should be like Bitcoin, right? Just getting lower and lower. No, see, the more we burn off water, the less we have. Technically, that should just be going up. Hedge is going to make money even if it is the end of the world. That's very true. Those guys would burn this world just to make $1. Water resource ETF. What is tracking this? People get bored with you gas. Like, well, it's getting hot out. I'm going to boil some water, so that's probably going to send this up. Does it go up in the summertime and down in the winter? Pays a dividend, though. Calls on water. There was one more. What was the one I said I would do for you? Corn fed before we got here. I appreciate everybody hitting the likes, the thumbs up button for me. GSAT. You said you were short this? Do you think GSAT is a good short? That's a type 1 short for me. So, yep. Not a whole lot to argue there. DRV. Okay, short. Real estate and Tesla. Thank you. That would have sucked. I always hate when I get done with a stream and someone's like, this whole stream you didn't do Tesla? I feel bad now. It's a $2 stock? That sucks. But I can buy 1 billion shares. Yeah, it does look a good short right now. Real estate bear ETF. I would be careful with this. What's the long one? So real estate, I gotta be careful because I am licensed in real estate agent, so they'll get butthurt if I say anything too crazy. They're annoying. Real estate's only correcting. I don't think it's not crashing. If we were in China, I'd be whole accounting this right now. China's got some weird stuff going on. Like, they're going to get bailed out and all that. Like, everything's good. It won't be good, but, they're not going to just fall off the face of the earth. Yeah, and I do think real estate's correcting. Like, we're finally, like, what people are thinking, like, the housing market is crashing, like, we're almost back to, like, normal. Like, it used to be like, hey, there's a house on the market, it's 500 grand, like, all right, a strong offer. We're going to give you 500 grand, but, you're going to pay closing, and, like, we'll ask for something in the inspections. That was, like, a good, just regular, average transaction. Now, house comes on the market for 500 grand, it's like, all right, I'm going to offer you 600,000. I'm going to pay your mortgage on your next house for the next year. I will move everything for you. No inspections, no appraisal. Can we please have it? And, like, that would at least get you a reply. Like, that's how I know I just said now, but, like, last year it's kind of how it was. We're just kind of just now getting back to how things used to be. So, some spots will take more of a hit than others, but, yeah, I'd be careful shorting real estate right now. It's more like there's some turbulence, let it do its thing, and then start to cherry pick things. So if I'm going to go long this, it's not a hill I'm dying on. You know, I would just, me and the 4 other people in this particular ticker buying it. 38.85 would be my stop on that. Fact check done on the murder hornets, and the Asian giant hornet popped up. The Asian giant hornet sounds terrifying. Top speed 25 miles an hour, wingspan 3 inches, length 2.2 inches. What's up, Lori? It's been a while. Well, at least if a hornet's that big, it's easy to see. So tennis rackets, I could smoke those things. You could hit that with a bat if you've ever swung a baseball bat before. The bigger they are, the easier they are as a target. Thought said he can't be candid about real estate. I can, but like when you're licensed, you have to. I'm licensed with Keller Williams Platinum Partners. Then once you say a bunch of stuff, and like it's like a giant infomercial. Like once I give anything very specific to my area, I gotta let everyone know. Real estate and auto loans reserves are already at a high level. What's your outlook for Ukraine real estate? Oh, don't touch this question. I don't know. Is that sarcasm? Is that real? Probably cheap. Smith McGinnis says, oh, someone said they got stung by that. They usually don't make the live streams, but I watch the recordings. Here you are. It was fate. We are about to wrap it up. Own 2 places in Ukraine. How's it going? Like, once it was just not popular in the news, it kind of just fell off. No one's talking about it anymore. Haven't heard any peace talks. I assume they're still at war. That would be fun for those salt guns. Yeah, or a real one, like a 12 gauge. If a Hornet's that big, guys, we leave the salt guns behind and BB guns. It's time for real firepower. 12 gauge. I'll start with birdshot 1 time. After that, it's slugs. Full send. I can patch a hole in the wall. Man, thank you for reminding me of Tesla. This is why YouTube probably hates me, because I get so ADD on these streams talking to you guys. Tesla. Who says it? Tesla Maesla? God, such a dumb. Jeremy says that. It's stuck in my head when I say it out loud. I'm buying Tesla right here at 280. You guys do whatever you want. I'm buying more in the investment account here. As that breaks, I guess intraday I would be short. Nothing I'd probably swing short. Right now that still looks really good though. Like as far as this rally and basing out, as long as that holds, that just makes Tesla look even better. So bulls still have that. Once that breaks, it's kind of out. So we got the rally base. It's going to rally base rally or rally base drop. You know, that's going to be it. I like it, and I am adding more in the investment account. That's where I'll trade it down here, though. This market is either feast or famine. Yeah. If you play both sides, it's feast all the time while the others are famine. My hometown just got bombed last night in Ukraine. And that's on the west side near Poland and Belarus, nowhere near Russia. What are you supposed to say to something like that? Hope everyone's okay. Like, I genuinely hope they do, but that's so, like... What I really don't like or care for is, like, thoughts and prayers. Like, oh, thanks. Yeah, I felt it. Really did. I really hope you're okay. Everyone, you know, hopefully everyone is okay, but... Sucks being bombed. All I can think now is just rally the troops. If I got bombed, anywhere around me got bombed, I'm not listening to the rules of war. I'm just going to do it myself. I'd rather buy oil stocks. Okay, said they could cut output on oil. Let's check oil before we get out of here. Forbearance has not kicked in yet. There are a lot of households are behind over 2 years. Yeah, but even then, the whole foreclosure route, that's still, what's it, 1,000 days? So what, 3 years before foreclosures actually hit the market? Oil does look good. Man, that's me quite a bit. I'm going to buy oil right now, so hopefully it doesn't tag out. For 1 second. That is quite a bit. Putting it below that wick. Yeah, so going down to the smaller time frames, it just doesn't look. There's nothing I'd rather put my wick, or I'd rather put my stop under. So I'm buying it long right here, and I'm going to put my stop right here. So I buy oil futures. I have XOM in my dividend portfolio. I'm surprised these guys. If there was ever someone I was going to, like, not boycott or anything like that, like, the social media should be up in arms about, how much money these guys made. Oil dropped and they're like, keep it up. I get why, because when oil dropped, they were just getting bent, losing money. But yeah, I'd still be bullish. Do you have a video out that determines standard deviations within a stock price? That's kind of every video on the Don Fran Trading channel. Check out today's video on Don Fran Trading. Let me pull it up for everyone here that's new. So this is Don Fran show. Live stream. Probably seems a little ADD because I'm talking to you guys, which is probably why I don't have a lot of subscribers. I also, well, I don't hype things up. But give me 1 second. So this channel, so right this week I already talked about the expected moves. I show you guys how I grab it. I get it off TOS, but this move this one actually explained it a little bit more in detail. There is a video. It's in my playlist. Hang on, what's up, YouTube? Welcome. Chill out. That was loud. I do recommend you guys watch this. You'll be able to keep up with me in the streams a lot better if you guys just watch these. But yeah, watch tonight's, or earlier today's, I guess. This one right here. That should explain a little bit better. Just talk about AMC, Bitcoin, Doge, and some other crap. You'll get millions of subs. Yeah, I would take you guys over the millions of subs. Well, every day, which is why I do. I could pump Doge, but I prefer to help you guys. I could talk about Bitcoin, but all I do is buy it. AMC, I do own 2 shares of AMC. I have a limit order set at 50,000 and 100,000, so you can call me an ape, my friends. So those aren't my numbers. I took someone else's work. Seemed legit. Short and sweet is MOAS, mother of all short squeezes. We're gonna force them to pay. Sounds like someone's gonna be held at gunpoint. I don't care as long as somebody buys my AMC share at 100,000. You know, I'm game either way. Diamond hands, Don. Exactly. 2 shares. Now I did get 2 shares of Ape, but I sold that. Alright, I do have to hop off here. We almost have a 100% like ratio. Anyway, Mentorship group, you'll see me tomorrow, morning crew, 5 a.m. Come on, don't keep me bored. 100,000 sounds good to me, doesn't it? Yeah. I'd love to get 100,000 per share. You're bearish oil right now until the current bear market bottoms. Okay. So, YouTube, I know this is weird because we're on YouTube. I just did the mentorship part with us tonight. So YouTube, you guys will see me Tuesday. Hit the like, the subscribe button, turn the little bell on so you can join me live. We can talk all our questions there. Mentorship, you guys see me bright and early in the morning. If you guys are interested in that, that is the Teachable link down below. I suck at selling things, but anyway, there it is. I'll see you on the next